All right, welcome to episode 138 of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your humble, grateful, extremely thankful host, K the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. Rell's here. Rell's, how you doing? How you feeling, brother?
What's Gucci, man?
No Jesse. He had prior engagements. No guest. It's just me and Rell today. But first and foremost, I would like to wish. Well, first, let me start off by saying my voice is fucked up again. I'm sick again. My
Something
immune
going
system,
around in Vegas.
my immune system is just trash. I don't know what it is, and I want to say I'm old yet, but like in my
You,
upper
but
growing
you also have
age,
to go in the cold every day.
I do. But for whatever, I've never been this so often sick in my entire life. It's
Haven't you
just
heard about that bug going around Vegas though?
I have, but
And you
like
work amongst the people.
I do, but like this is even beyond where just like every 2 weeks I feel like I don't have a voice. I have bad allergies, so I have to deal with that anyway, and I live in fucking desert. But I'm going to start. I'm gonna rectify this shit because this shit is annoying. Anyway, thank you for being a loyal listener. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys for the first time and last time listeners. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Clips for our last episode. If you haven't checked out our last episode, we did our music wrap up. Clips was here. Shout out to Clips again. That probably went really really well. So this week we're gonna be doing our movies and shows wrap up for 2022. And then next week we'll be doing our social media stuff we saw, a year in wrap up of everything that we just kind of saw on the
Speaking of
interwebs. And
social media, I just want to say the stupidest shit ever is that new Instagram update. Like I fucking
why
hate.
why'd you just ruin one of my not list stuff, dog? Come on, man.
My bad, but I don't know if we're gonna bring it up, but yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Please, I hate Instagram. Can I personally remove from seeing that? Can I have the feature of taking that off and not seeing that shit every fucking day?
We'll talk about it on not list, even though we're not talking about it. So yeah, but just thank you for being a loyal listeners. Happy holidays for those who celebrate. Hope everybody's safe, well, and you know, amongst family and loved ones around these times. But unfortunately, like all our recent podcasts in the past couple weeks and months, we got to start with RIP. Um, so I'm gonna say RIP to Twitch boss. If you guys aren't familiar, he was an executive producer on the Ellen Show. He's a Instagram personality DJ. I think he DJ'd as well, right? If I remember correctly. Obviously, I think it's yeah. I'm not gonna act like I was super duper familiar with him. I know I saw him on Ellen Show. Ellen Show was like one of the only like I guess recent talk shows because it's not on now. One of the shows I actually watched because I thought she was cool and she was an ally for a lot of us. Obviously her being part of the LGBTQ community. But yeah, shouts out to him. I mean, shouts out to him. I'm sorry. Shouts out to her, Ellen, and RIP to him, man, because 40 years old. Apparently died of suicide. I know everybody was talking about how his last post was him playing with his kids and his wife, and you just never know what's going on with people, man. So like, always check up on your loved ones. Don't be afraid to check up on and check in on people that you really care about, man. Really fuck with, even if they seem like they can be going through something. So it doesn't hurt to just check up on people because people go through stuff, especially this time. Like the holiday time is crazy. You don't even know what people are going through. So, you have anything to say, Real, or are you?
No, yeah, no, it's just tough.
Yeah, that was tough, man. All right, hard transition. All right, Real, it's time for your. Well, first, don't you have Rel's back from Miami? I forgot to talk about that off top. Do you want to tell your Miami story? I'm sure you want to. People want to know, man. You're a traveling man.
I'm
You
gonna
in
get my
multiple.
picks first.
Oh my God. Okay, so Rel's gonna do his picks before he talks about his Miami story.
Yeah, because I just want to give
What week are we in, by the way? I know it's the beginning of
week
the fantasy
15.
football. It's the beginning of the fantasy football
Week
playoffs.
15.
Week 15.
So this is probably the only one I'm put a stamp on approval. This is
Wait, can we talk about how you made an awful pick of picking the fucking Eagles to beat the Giants to beat the Eagles? How about we? Why don't you want to talk about your failures?
I only like to live in the present, Kevin.
Why don't you want to talk about your failures? Come on, man.
Because in betting you don't talk about your losses, just the
That's
wins.
crazy.
It's true. Nobody in betting only thing almost only counts is in horseshoes.
Even Bill Simmons talks about his failures. We talk about he has a pod every Sunday and he talk about his failures and how he lost $100 million picks.
That's Bill Simmons. I'm not a negative person.
No,
all right, so this week, Vikings -4 versus the Colts. I got the Bengals -3.5 versus the Buccaneers. The Raiders +1 versus the Patriots. The Lions +1 versus the Jets. And the Panthers -3 versus the Steelers. You can parlay those any way you want.
I was just about to say that was like 5 teams, 5 games, right?
I like a lot of games this week. I like a lot of games this week. So you can parlay those any way you want. But so those are gonna be my 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 5 picks. So those are my 5. But you can do what you want with it.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about in the NFL football world before we get out of here?
No, I mean I'll tell you about Miami.
Okay, please share.
Yeah. So there was a few months back when I first went to Miami. I like traveling out there
for your birthday.
For my birthday, I met a lovely lady. And we followed each other on Instagram, exchanged numbers.
I'm mad you called her a lovely lady. Keep going though.
Yes, I met a lovely young lady. And
okay.
We exchanged a few numbers in Instagram, likes, texts. Cool. She was like, my birthday's coming up. I'm like, hey, I'm getting ready to come back out there. She was all lining up. She was like, hey, I'm gonna come out, let's hang out. Cool. I get there. Everything, I'm cool. I gotta get my room checked in. It's bags, it's this cool time. I set a reservation for Carbone. Carbone's fucking expensive. It's a nice restaurant in Miami. I get the Carbone, her energy's off, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Long story short, she brings up like the fact that since my birthday, I hadn't really texted her, and she's wondering who am I following, and she doesn't know shit about me. And
wait, whoa. So you guys already sat down to eat, and then she started bringing this up?
Yes. I'm pissed off now. I'm at Carbone. I'm in Carbone in the back room. It's $150 a fucking plate, and you got an attitude with me. So she's not. So half of the time she just kind of grilling me, kind of has attitude. We go to the Heat game afterwards. I love basketball. She has attitude at the Heat game and the Clipper game, and I'm just fucking annoyed. So I ditched her for the rest of the weekend, and I feel bad because on Saturday was her birthday, and I ditched her on Saturday too. But I don't go.
Wait. Is she from Miami or did she travel? She traveled. Okay.
No.
I'm about to say if she traveled there too and you ditched her, you foul as shit.
I wouldn't do that to nobody. No, she lives in Miami.
Oh, okay.
But no, yeah. Then I had another chick I was trying to meet up with in Miami. So I ended up just dissing her, and then she made this whole big deal about, oh, you fucking came out here, you didn't even hang out with me for my birthday, blah blah blah. And I was just like, yeah, but you came out here and you kind of gave me the grill. I flew 6 hours. I'm kind of cool on you, so I just blocked her.
Why can't you share happy stories about you in Miami?
So that, I'm sorry that it ended, but you had an attitude at Carbone, and that was strike 1 and 2, and then you had an attitude at the Heat game, and I was like, that's 3 and 4.
You can't have an attitude when you watching Jimmy Butler.
I just don't get it, because you were just hit me up, and I'm like, mind you, I'm not a phone call kind of guy, I'm not a text kind of guy, I don't really like conversating. So it's just hit me up from Instagram from time to time, like a pig, but I'm not gonna fucking talk to you all day. And that's the kind of what she wants.
Don't get me started about that.
So she was just she kind of, I don't know why she got mad, but she started to bring it up at fucking Carbone's room. My Carbone experience, I'll be honest with you. But we're done.
No plans for her coming out here to see you?
No. That's it. That's it. She was cool. I was like, she was
5 strikes and you're out.
She was cool. She had her own thing. Had a little place in Miami. I was gonna be able to tuck off, go to Miami, see my little, Puerto Rican, mixed mommy out there. But not no more. Shorty was tripping, really mad. Like, you don't call me. Well, I don't even know you. Trying to like, you want to pop up and all the other blah. I'm like, first off, like, if that was the energy that we could reciprocate, I would have understood this a long time ago. But it was never that established. It's more like a touch and go kind of conversation. So it's not like I felt like I was gonna be attacked when I got there. I thought everything was cool. Like she was like, "Hey, like hit me, blah blah blah." So then she was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm gonna grill you with the shit now that I got you in person." So terrible, terrible story.
Okay, well, I'm as your friend, I'm glad that you if she was on that wave while you were out there trying to chill and vibe, then I'm glad you grilled her and didn't fuck with her for the rest of the weekend.
That's it. Just, yeah, I mean, I'm mature now. The best button ever, the block.
Excuse
I
me.
don't have to argue back and forth, send long text message. I ain't gotta read your scripts. It's over. We accept what was and we move on with our lives.
I'm so
We
glad I ain't
close,
out here in
we
these
close
streets.
and burn chapters.
We close and burn chapter. All right. Thank you for sharing. Is she a listener?
Hopefully she still does, but I don't know. She probably unfollowed me. I don't know. We'll see. If I get
Okay.
an Instagram message after this, then I know she still listens. So
That'd be great. Maybe you'll get an Instagram away message dedicated to you. Anyway, all right. Not list time. So for those who are new to the program, first of all, welcome. Second of all, not list is just how it sounds. It's a list of stuff that I've compiled during the week that we are not talking about. Some of them we really aren't talking about, and others we're gonna kind of chime in and talk about. All right. So number one on the list. I don't know if this makes me and Rell old, but we both agreed on this. We are not talking about the Meg and Tory and Kelsey trial.
and that's where the fuck you wrong, because yes, the fuck we are. Because Tory's going to jail. Tory's going to jail, and I don't give a fuck who says otherwise. All I know is from the transcript that I read. Meg said, "Your music mid, your head big, and you'll never get a feature from me." And then he started fucking tripping. He's guilty. He needs to go to jail for a long time. Tory's guilty, and we can take his music with him. Hey, Tory, see if Akon lets you remix Locked Up. You like to remix shit. Get a crazy beat for Locked Up, because you're going to jail. Because after I heard the transcript say that she told him that his music was mid and that he would never got nowhere without a Post Malone feature, I was like, oh shit, this is true. Like, he did this shit. This is the OJ trial, open and fucking shut.
I didn't want to talk about this. I don't think Tory's going to jail, but I just don't care. I don't care. I don't know if this makes me old or a cynic, and I know some people who listen to this podcast who probably hit me up after they listen to this who say I'm a Meg stan, which I've been critical. I was critical of Meg's last album. I didn't think it was great.
Tory.
I like Tory's music, and I'm just like, I'm not interested. I don't know what it is about me, but just some shit I just like. I'm not interested in this trial. I'm not in shout out to my girl. She be sending me all the transcript and stuff, and I just be like, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. And also Linnea, pod those millennials alum, best friend of mine. She be on Twitter going ham, and I know she's a Tory stan. I don't know if she's a Tory stan really? Stan. Like, yeah.
Tell her she better say goodbye to him because he's gone. And Linnea, listen, Tory did that shit because music's, like she said, your music mid, your head is big. and you know what? And this is why I get why, like she had to deny like fucking Tory Lanez. Like, nobody wants to be fucking a C-list rapper. She's Meg the Stallion. She had to lie about it. Of course she did. Nobody wants to be called with Tory Lanez.
C-list rappers strong. Tory has good music, man. Tory has good music. All right. Thanks a lot, Rell, for talking about the trial a little bit. I will say this. I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I'll admit that. But Kelsey ain't the sharpest tool in the shed either.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah,
She not the sharpest anything in the drawer. So, but
we're not
we moving
having
on.
like the most loquacious people up there
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
testimonies.
yeah. So I'm not interested. I'm sorry. Anyway, all right. Number two, I'm gonna take some medicine on this. Number two on the not list, Avatar, Way of the Water,
Got my tickets.
open, comes out this weekend. Well, comes out today. Whenever you hear this, it's out. Um, it opened up with a Rotten Tomato score of 80%, which hurt my feelings. And then the audience score, which get this, which came out later, obviously, because that's when people started watching, at 90%. There's still time, people. There's still time for us not to make this movie successful. I need all of us to band together and go to your local movie theater, go to your local Galaxy, go to your local AMC, and with signs, let's ban this fucking movie. Let's picket this movie. Let's get this movie the fuck out of here. Let's not make this movie successful. James Cameron claims to be this genius, which he probably was back in the day. I think he's a little, his barbers, he's a little short of, whatever. But let's do our best not to make this movie successful. Thank you. But yeah, I was having fun reading all the negative comments. I was on Reddit reading some of the negative comments and people talking about it. But I'm gonna take my medicine right now because it started off with a good tomato score and a good audience score. So I'll leave it at that. Excuse me. All right. Number three. This is really good news. Number three on the not list. Angela Bassett becomes the first MCU actor or actress to be nominated at the Golden Globes. Well deserved for Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever. Well deserved. We talked about it in our Black Panther episode that she should be nominated for a Golden Globe. I didn't look at the nominees, which I will when I get the chance, but I don't know who's in it. But I'm betting on Black. I'm rooting on for everybody who's Black. All right, number five on the not list. Number four on the not list. Henry Cavill is no longer playing Superman in the MC and in the DCEU. Why are you happy?
Thank you, James Gunn. He's coming in. He's cleaning up shit, and he's not taking no more bad movies for James Gunn. James Gunn.
So
this is James Gunn's doing.
Mm-hmm. I know this is James Gunn's doing. So this is my problem with this.
Mm-hmm. Change.
Why?
Shaking it up.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
Why did we have that end credit scene with him and The Rock at the end of Black Adam?
James Gunn had nothing to do with that.
I know he had nothing to do with that. So like you're just gonna wipe out whatever.
Marvel does it. James Gunn.
If
is
I will say this,
shake shit up.
I will say this. I will say this. James Gunn. All the movies that you produce and direct and that's under your umbrella that in this new universe, they better be smacking because I got smoke just like how I got smoke for James Cameron. I'm gonna have smoke for you too, because you doing a whole lot right now, and obviously you got the power to, but we'll see. This is a wait and see situation. All right, so last one on that list, Ray already alluded to it. Instagram is now, with their new feature, added a away aim situation in DMs. Which, why are y'all so mad about this? Ray, why are you so mad about this?
Because people just put stupid shit, and it's like when I'm trying to slide is one of my little shorty DMs. I ain't trying to sell the stupid shit. They like, I don't know. They just realize, I don't know. People just annoy me. So I mean, I already have a love-hate relationship with Instagram anyway. Sometimes I'm like 10 messages, unread messages at a time. So, but
I
it's just
got it.
like
There's a million. So check this out. And I've been on this hill for the longest. You guys can go back and listen to how I felt about Instagram and social media and Meta. Totally, obviously. Um, Instagram has been fucking up for a long time right now, right? Um, Obviously, it started with um advertisement for stories. Once you click on one story and it goes to an advertisement or suggested, and then you click on another story that of somebody you follow and it goes to another, and now they have suggested stories where it's a bubble of 4 different stories, people you don't follow, people you might not be interested to follow, and they start without like the sound will start playing and I'll just be like, what the hell? I get it. You want to make this profitable. I understand you need this to be profitable. I just feel like there's a cleaner way to create revenue, and it's just too many ads for Instagram. I liked it before. Obviously, I'm not even going to get into the whole numerical timeline because we went over that already, and I don't think they'll ever give that to us, even though that's what everybody's been asking for. But I tell you what, I'm not mad at this because I've said it before. AIM was one of my favorite social sites. Um, AIM and I mean I'm not gonna say MySpace, but AIM was I like the away message aspect. I don't necessarily need it in the DMs. I think they could have probably put it somewhere else, maybe on somebody's.
I just feel like we're this much closer to like them having Instagram Messenger, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, it's only been like 3-4 days. Like y'all, like chill. Like
I just like subjectivity to be able to take things off. I don't like it. If I don't want to, then I mean, DMs are part of Instagram, so it should be like. I hope they don't make that shit where Facebook has like Facebook and then it has Facebook Messenger because you can't answer a fucking message without downloading Facebook Messenger. And this is another step for Instagram to do that because they're just trying to make it, it'll be Instagram Messenger. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I mean, it's the same company, but I mean, if that happens, that'll be trash. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm not mad at it. I will hold and reserve the right to feel differently if, like Rell said, I get annoyed. But as of right now, it's cool. Like seeing the little away message, see what people on. Some people are really catching on and already changing their message like literally throughout the day, which is interesting already. But it is what it is. I don't think it's out of all the things that we can and should be mad about Instagram, but I don't think this is a thing that we should be necessarily that mad at, in my opinion. All right. So, also, speaking about stuff that happened this week that we didn't necessarily agree with, the NBA. So this week the NBA. Well, let me back up. The NBA introduced this, but I think the first time we heard of this new trophy naming thing was on Zach Lowe's pod. Who did he have with Kurt Goldsberry? Mm-hmm. They announced that the NBA is going to have for each award at the end of the year, they're going to attach a player with the award. So I got these written down. All right,
Hakeem Olajuwon, defensive player.
Yeah. So the MVP is going to be the Michael Jordan Trophy.
I'm cool going for the MJ.
The defensive player of the year is the Hakeem Olajuwon Trophy. I'm not mad at that. Rookie of the year is Wilt Chamberlain. There was no rookie of the year when Wilt Chamberlain was there.
He averaged 36. I mean,
he averaged 36 though, like you said. Sixth man of the year is John Havlicek.
Oh my! Not Lou Will.
No, not. Do you hear these names on this list? What do you mean, Lou Will?
When I think of six man, I think of Lou Will.
I think of Manu Ginobili.
Has he won it more times than Lou Williams?
I don't care. Anyway. MPI, most improved player. George Mikan.
Award?
No. George Mikan. That one's a little strange, a little off-putting. They have executive of the year, but they haven't attached
The Mitch Kupchak.
The Pat Riley. They haven't attached anybody to it yet. I guess Rell's vote will be Mitch Kupchak. Mine will be Pat Riley. And then they have the Clutch Award. Who they attach to the Clutch Award? I don't remember.
They catch anybody. Jerry West actually.
Jerry West,
West,
Mr.
both
Clutch
clutch.
himself, Mr. Clutch
Yeah.
himself. They attached to him. So all right, Rel. So I just ran
Nobody
through
trying to give Jerry West that senile hag any awards. I mean, like, come on now. Let's just stop trying to put Jerry West on shit. Let's be putting Jerry West on shit. We already gave the fucking logo. Now we got to get the most clutch player. It should be either Kobe or somebody else or LeBron. It shouldn't be
Kobe has an award. Kobe has an award.
He has the All-Star Game award, but Kobe needs more awards. I don't think we can have enough awards for Kobe, but we don't have to give Jerry West the most clutch player award. He already is the fucking logo. We're just doing this because of the Lakers shit, and I know what they're doing.
No, tell me. Please explain to me what they're doing.
The NBA trying to make up because, he was pissed off about the whole Showtime series where they portrayed him correctly, if you ask me, because, he been talking shit about the Lakers all this fucking time ever since he been gone. But I'm just saying, Jerry West, this is all makeup award for the league, trying to make him feel better about the portrayal of his image in the HBO docuseries. So that's it. Otherwise, the clutch player award shouldn't even. It's fucking stupid. How do you determine that? Shots under 2 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, like Zach Lowe said, that's gonna be a mess.
And how does LeBron not win it every year?
Win what?
The most clutch player of the year award. How does he not do it with the ball in his hands the way it is? Like it's crazy. How does he not win it every year? That's why it should be LeBron.
I don't even know how to respond to that. All right. I think I talked to you about this, but like I wish the Clutch Award would have came out last year because Comp 10 would have won it, DeMar DeRozan, easily because of the big season he had and the clutch 2 game winners he had back to back, if I remember, last season. Obviously when it happened, I retweeted Bill Simmons, who the fuck asked for this? But see, the beauty, the good and bad thing about doing pods later in the week is like I have time to marinate and think about things. So after that was Monday, right? So literally 4 days of thinking about it and know what we're going to talk about on the pod. Who cares? Ultimately, who cares? Like it's a way to keep. Like I said, it's a cool way for whoever wins the first one. Like you get to take a picture with Michael Jordan holding the trophy. Like that's a cool moment for Zion Williamson because he's probably going to win MVP. That's going to be a cool moment for Jason Tatum because he's probably, I don't know who's going to win MVP. I think that's a really cool moment.
I got a few awards when you get it done. When you get done, maybe I want to know what you think about these awards. Maybe we can add these in some variation.
I'm scared. I think that's a cool thing. Especially the first one. Like I imagine players who play in the All-Star game are gunning for the All-Star MVP now because it's called the Kobe Bryant Award and he's gone.
I mean, it means something when you guys look in your mantle. This is what I hope the NBA players don't forget. Like your case has to have a lot of shit in there. It's in order to be considered one of these greats. Including All-Star games, MVPs, those matter. Like in the NBA, it's not like how in the NFL where they fucking cancel the Pro Bowl. In the NBA, your All-Star MVPs matter. Like that's something that they put on your fucking jacket. That cool ass 75 jacket. In 75, another 75 years from now, they want to, so it does mean something. I'm glad they're honoring 90s players and not just putting the award out, because they should,
Yeah, I agree.
But also, man, so I got 3 awards. I'm thinking maybe we should
please
think about this.
Please share me.
So for the useless 12th man on the bench, I'm saying with the John Sally Award for the the player who just.
Why can't it be the Luke Walton Award?
Luke Walton actually played in the NBA Finals in his first year. Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay. Whoa. Why is it not the Udonis Haslem Award then?
True could be. Okay, and then the Byron Scott Worst Coach of the Year Award.
Why are all these Laker related?
I'm just asking you. What do you think about the
Why are
Bryce
all these
Cowboys?
Laker related, man? Stop. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, so then you won't like best playoff 2001 Lakers best playoff team.
All of these are Laker related.
Any of
Uh,
those? You don't like any of those?
um, the 12th man is funny, but I don't know how you market that because the NFL uses the name 12th man.
You know,
Um, sure, Rel. But by the way, I know this is off topic. I hate, and I think I said this when it happened. I hate that the NFL has Christmas games this year. Like I really hate them for that.
I love it.
I'm sure you do.
It just more betting for me.
I'm sure.
If I can bet on my nephew's Christmas gifts, I bet on it. So
It's terrible. All right, so we forgot to get to SZA. We buried the lead. So like I said, last week we did our music review, and I said it during the episode. I said when I was giving my R&B picks, I was saying it's like, yeah, I liked all these, but there's a storm coming because SZA's dropping, and why SZA do that? Why she drop on the day we had our music review, man? Why she do that?
it's
Because
tough.
she six okay, so 6 years after Control, right? And Control is probably
Long
arguably
time.
one of the best R&B albums of the decade, right? It's on the short list.
I say it, I'm overhyping. You say it, you're being, you're in context.
No, you'll say number one or number two. I said it's one of the best of. I leave room.
I think it's the. It's
Okay, it
the.
might be the. It might be the.
I think it's the.
I'm not arguing that. Um. So, I'm gonna be real. So I didn't listen to it initially. Well, first and foremost, okay. Well, so let me start. I didn't listen to it initially. To talk about my personal. Last weekend when it came out, my girl Carolyn, she went to LA and she went solo. So it was me and the baby all weekend, right? So I didn't listen to it. She listened to it on the drive to LA and on the drive back. She was telling me how so she loved it. There was no skippable songs. She sang this. She sang. She had Special on repeat. Special was really good. Um, so I didn't touch it yet. So I was listening, through the week. I was like, I'm gonna get to it. So I listened to my pods, and I finally let it play like on Tuesday. I listened to it, and I was kind of blown away. It was not what I expected, obviously. Before I get to a lot of the critiques, I wanted to reach out, and normally I do this because I know I'm a man, and I know a lot of these songs. Because like, if we're being real, this album is like a sad girl's Bible, right? Like it's like,
I mean, but why does music
no,
have to be
I'm not saying
sexualized?
that as a negative thing, right? Huh?
Why does music have to be sexualized? Music is music.
Coming from the guy that says I don't listen to fuck city girls or anything like that, that's really rich coming from you. Anyway,
I listen to
or
Glorilla. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, but you also said you don't fuck with Sam Smith. Anyway, or Frank Ocean. Anyway,
You gonna put that on the pod, my nigga?
anyway, I'm just saying, man, being
I
real.
fuck with Frank Ocean and Sam Smith. What are you talking about?
All right, real. Anyway, but what
You
I
can't
was
say I
saying,
don't fuck with Frank Ocean because that's bullshit.
I know you fuck with Frank Ocean. I'm just saying, I've heard you say jokes before. I like the straight face.
You better get me canceled, bro.
I'm not trying to get you canceled. This is a sad girl's Bible. It's like she took a different approach than Control. Again, I was gonna say that I was gonna reach out to Iman because her opinion on music I really value, but I didn't. I'm sorry, Iman, if you're listening, I apologize. I was supposed to reach out to you and TJ. I had to reach out to you guys because I wanted another woman's opinion on the album. instead of just my own. But so I listened to some women podcasts talk about it. Some of the women, I don't know if you check this out, Rel. That some of the women didn't really like the album like that. At least the podcast I was listening to, the See the Thing Is pod with Bridget Kelly and Mandy B. They weren't fans of the album because what they were expecting was something more in the realm of Control.
Which I hate is when like, why would anybody make an album like the album they
They
did
just
before?
did. Yeah, like why don't you give your artist
Everything
room to
is
grow?
a follow up, as you can hear. Like my favorite song, hell, only thing of first this year I got no Isaiah Rashad feature, and that's just unfortunate. It's never gonna happen. This TDE is probably gonna fold within the next 3 years. I mean,
Because Kendrick's gone.
no Isaiah Rashad follow up a Pretty Little Birds feature, but due to the context and tone of Control, how can you not say that this album is not heavily influenced by Control? She even got the fucking Travis Scott
There's
feature that even
there's
that's
songs that
top the
sound like they
original.
could be on Control on
That's what I'm
here though.
saying. And
Yeah.
then if you listen to like people like Jay Versace who produced for it, or people who wrote for it, they say they sent songs 3 to 4 years ago, and Control came out 6 years ago. So some of this shit sounds like Control too. Like Love Language was supposed to be out a long time ago. So I mean, so people who this is the thing where people don't understand music. This is why I don't talk to everybody about music, because they just look at it on the surface. They're not looking at who wrote it, when they wrote it. Like I look at who wrote the song, who produced it, when they wrote it, what else did they write. And this album is incredible. You know, my favorite track I like Far. You know, I just think like, if you write good music, you can close your eyes and they can touch whoever it is in the room. So whether it's a sad girl's Bible, but to me it's like it's a fucking, if you've been hurt, it's a broken person's Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You can apply it to whatever however version of hurt you see in your life, especially when she's talking to her grandma. It's reflective. Like I love the in-depth of it, because I feel like she's not just putting out music. I feel like she's putting out, like, she's almost like a J. Cole, where I feel like every time she puts out an album, it's almost like an update to where she's at so far in her life. But she was 30 pounds heavier with blonde hair, and and her name rhymed with a bell, she'd win she'd win every fucking Grammy. But being that, she's an African American woman with,
There you go. You
and
love
she's not
making
gonna win
stuff
any
racy.
Grammys. She's not gonna win any Grammys.
I will say this.
She should have two already.
When the album was already pushed back, when TD pushed the album back because they was trying to get out of the way of Beyonce, which I thought it was smart, but that's also at the same time I was sad because I was just like, man, we don't know when this is gonna drop. And I hope that they're not going to drop it in the fourth quarter after everything dropped. And they ended up dropping it in literally 2 weeks before Christmas. But yeah, so to talk about some of the stuff that you talked about, you're right. I don't know why. So the two songs that a lot of people had issues with is the ones that obviously that you alluded to. So the F2F, right, is a song that sounds like literally prime Avril Lavigne, which I like. I don't know why people.
I like her I didn't like it.
I liked it too.
I like her getting out her box.
I'm like, I know this you might you didn't know me at this point in my life, but I had a quote unquote skater rocker phase, right?
When I used to sing that fucking complicated song all the time.
I know. Avril Lavigne is one of my favorite artists coming up when I was a kid. I love Avril Lavigne. I still follow Avril Lavigne on Instagram. Like, I love Avril Lavigne.
She's still doing complicated?
She still does music. She made a new album that's fucking awesome that came out this year. Anyway.
Is complicated on it?
No. I love that sound. Then she needs to get more praise and more homage for creating that lane. But we'll talk about that on another day. But SZA,
she played on it. Stop it.
SZA fucking smoked that song, and I love that sound. And then the song that everybody loves, I love "Nobody Gets Me," that sounds like a Taylor song. I love that song. That song is great. It's not a happy
It's
song,
my
and
skip. It's
it's
probably my
really
skippable.
it's really toxic. But I love that song. Um, you said that's a skip song for you?
I got a couple skip songs like I mean I can they're not bad songs. I just like I love the end of the album. Like from far to through the end of the album is incredible, and I like Seek and Destroy. But you know, FTF. I mean, it's a skippable song. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm not going out
Not
my
to me.
way if my phone's not next to me. But you know, I mean, I just like
I like
sitting
her. I
there.
like her rapping too. The spoken on my ex, like that.
That
I
I'm
like
about
that
to
one
say,
too.
I need
I like
a
that too.
full scissor rapping album, and I need a scissor Trav album at this point. I need
Mm.
scissor and Trav to do 12 songs and let the world create and let the world hear that, because I don't know how many people can bring out the thing that Travis does best other than scissor, and I don't know if anybody can rap as perfectly as Travis does with scissor. I don't think I don't even think Kendrick rap good on that song with Dubs in the Wind. I like the track, but it's just something about Travis Scott tone and the with a scissor on the track. It
Good
just
job, bro.
it's beautiful. It's fucking perfect.
Um, I
Best of both
know.
worlds
I
part
know
three.
the most streamed, the most downloaded song on the album is "Kill Bill." I didn't. I'm not super crazy about that song. That says a lot. Y'all women is crazy. Um, but
Women
my favorite
toxic
song.
shocking.
I know. Uh, my favorite one of my notable songs for me. Rel brought up his notable songs. I like "Low." I like "Love Language." I like "Blind." Snooze is really good. Like I think that one's my favorite one. Gone Girl is really good, and then I talked about Nobody Gets Me. Nobody Gets Me. Get Special. Carolyn put me on special. And obviously Good Days. Anytime Good Days come on, I'm letting that shit rock. Good Days is still like a fucking slap to me.
You know what I like when they don't when his thing artists, if you put out a single like she did with like she had like 2 or 3 songs she could have put on here, like Good Days, and then what was the other
Good
single she
Days is on
had?
there.
No, Shirt and Good Days with the
Shirt
two
is on here
songs.
too. Shirt is on here too.
But I like when you put out songs and don't flood your album like when people put out singles from 3 years ago and they're like, oh, the album has 12 songs, and it's like 3 of the songs are you've already heard.
That's
Like
another thing. That's another thing too. I saw women, not to cut you off. I saw women and people killing this and being upset, saying this album was too long. It's 23 songs, bro. Like,
I need every. It's been
get
6 years.
out of here.
If I didn't get 23, if I didn't get at least 20 songs after 6 years, I was gonna be hot.
I'm sick of this microwave ass, lazy ass, no attention ass fucking generation where people think it's we've made it acceptable for artists to just drop 4 songs and be cool with that, or it's acceptable to
Because they'll
drop 10
smoke those
songs
4 songs to the top of a streaming
and be
chart,
cool with that.
and
Like
then you can play off a buzz for almost 2
when
to 3 years.
when we was coming up, real, how many songs are on Confessions? If I remember off the top of my head, it's like at least 18, 20.
And then you got the 3 bonus track that made it 21.
Ashanti's first album that came out, how many songs are on that? Like 18, 20.
It should be a
we
body
don't
of work.
we don't
This one, I don't.
we don't talk. I mean, we haven't even mentioned. We're pretty good. We didn't mention anything about the new R. Kelly album that came out. But when R. Kelly,
I got jokes for those.
When R. Kelly's albums came out, like they were 20 something songs on the album. Like we should expect. No, I didn't play it. I'm sure you did. I'm sure your mom played it too.
I just wanted to see what it was about. I just wanted to see what I was in Miami. I just wanted to see what it was about before they took it down. And that nigga's guilty. He's guilty. I just want to say that. For the record, he admitted it on the shit that he did the shit. He's guilty. It's all good, y'all. We ain't got to worry about it no more. He's gone.
We already knew. But yeah, man, I'm sick of this lazy microwave ass, no attention ass fucking generation where people just think it's acceptable for artists to drop a 10-pack. Like, yeah, people give Chris shit for dropping 40. 40 is excessive. We know that's double disc shit. That's excessive. But
It's enough good.
23
it's enough good music to make a playlist.
23 songs is not a long album. Like, stop that. Stop that shit. Well, Ro, I don't know if you want to hit on anything else. I think that's it for the list.
She'll win a Grammy. I'm going to go. Hopefully, I can. I don't know if I'm doing LA or New York, but I'm doing one of the two shows. I got the Nas show in New York, so this live. I'm hoping she can complete the tour. I'm hoping. Also tonight we got Herbert. Please, if you're a real rap fan, listen to Ab-Soul tonight. Even Kev, I want you to listen to this album. Let's get that soul in you. Get that Ab-Soul in you.
No, I'm gonna listen to A Boogie with the Hoodie because I heard the album was hard.
That's me. No,
I heard the album was good.
Listen to.
I've been back and listening to my R&B music. I don't listen to rap like that no more, man. I'm in my R&B.
Not rap. Ab's not rap.
What is Ab? What's Ab?
He's a lyrical god.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, man. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
Have we even hit the last portion? Are we done?
What's the last portion?
Did we hit none of the TV movie shows?
Wow. My bad. Damn. I forget.
I mean, it just me. If you wanted to just
no. Well, my bad. I apologize. So, movies and TV shows. The whole purpose of this pod. I apologize. See, I'm tripping. All right. So we're gonna do our movies and TV wrap up. Of the year. I'm gonna let Rell ISO on this a whole lot because I realized when I was going through everything that I've watched this year, I'm a little kid. I don't watch stuff anymore. I have more TV shows. I have TV shows, but I don't watch movies anymore. So Rell, I'm gonna let you go first.
Maybe if you didn't watch Ready to Rumble in the morning, you'd be able to get a TV show in year 2. It's crazy. Nigga Ready to Rumble at 8 or 7 o'clock in the morning.
I don't watch Ready to Rumble at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy. Yeah, one time I came over, you put on Ready to Rumble, and it was 7 o'clock in the morning.
What's wrong with Ready to Rumble?
It was just us over there. It was just me. It was breakfast time, and you watching Ready to Rumble.
I think that movie's funny. I don't know. I think David Arquette's funny. Anyway,
said no one ever.
In the 90s, David Arquette was funny.
You also probably thought Tom Green was funny, huh?
Oh yeah, Tom Green had a run.
Never was funny.
Tom Green. You know who had a run? Tom Green. What's the other? What was the British dude named? Russell Brand. Russell Brand had a run.
No, hold on. That's not the same person?
No, it's not. Tom Green was the one that was in Charlie's Angels, who played in Road Trip. What's the name of the other movies he played in? He played the same character in all these movies, by the way.
Was he in The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm thinking they're the same person again.
Anyway, Russell Brand was the British guy that was in. Let me name
Sarah
him.
Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's the notable one off the top of my head. I was trying to think. He did one with Babysitter with Jonah Hill, right? He did someone with Jonah Hill. If I can't remember. So, anyway, different people.
So I'm gonna give my top 3 movies I thought from this year. I thought it was.
She's starting movies. Okay.
I thought it was a pretty porous movie year. But I think I found 3 or 4 good gems. Here's one of my honorable mentions. Everything. Let me get this title right. I'm sorry. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Directed by Daniel Kwan. It's a very unique movie to explain. Read up on it. It's one of my honorable mentions. Top Gun Maverick. I just like airplanes in movies. You don't have to
apologize. That was the highest grossing movie this year. I haven't seen it, but I watched some of it.
But to start with my list and last honorable mention.
Wait, Top Gun Maverick was in your honorable mentions?
Yeah,
I thought for sure that was going to be on your top 3. Okay.
Honorable mention. So my top 3 from this year, this movie had to grow on me. Number 3, Nope. When I first saw the movie, I said Nope. I was out on it. I had to go home, watch that movie again on DVD, turn the surround sound all the way up, put my phone down to really understand this movie, and it was fucking great. Number 2, personal movie of mine. I don't know why it's gonna be not for a lot of people, but The Batman.
I knew that was coming.
That's number 2. I think it's just and it's not even like it's better than like Wakanda Forever, who I didn't list. It's a great movie. Batman Forever was just a different kind of a superhero movie, and the way Matt Reeves, the
Excuse me.
genius Matt Reeves has taken his hands and put his paws into this Batman film. It's a must see film. It makes you want more Robert Pattinson. It's just so dark. It's just too. I need an extended cut, Matt Reeves. The 3 hour and 46-minute version. Please put that out. The world wants it. And lastly, this movie just came out this year. It's a Netflix original. It's probably one of the best war. I think it's the best war movie I've ever seen. It tops Saving Private Ryan. It's called All Quiet on the Western Front. The movie's literally insane. I have never seen a movie like this before in my fucking life. It's about the Germany war and Germany invading France in World War One. Was it World War One? I forgot which war it was, but when I say All Quiet on the Western Front, the story that these four boys going into the German army, it's insane. I think that it should get a best picture. I don't know if it is gonna get nine, but I think that's the best movie I've seen this year. So All Quiet on the Western Front is my number one movie this year.
Okay. Good list, Rel. Rel. Like I stated before, I realized I didn't watch a whole lot of movies, or I did actually. I did see a lot of movies, but a lot of them I don't think they were 100% great like that, and a lot of them were superhero based. So I'm trying to not be just superhero based and talk about superhero movies. But all right, so number 3 on my list is Woman King. I thought the Woman King was great. I thought Viola Davis did a hell of a job. I want to rewatch it because when I did watch it, I was a little impaired, but I want to rewatch that movie. Number 2 on the list. This is going to be surprising, and this is my personal list. I thought they did a really really good job with Scream 2022. Man, I did. I had no expectations after Scream 4, which I did not think was great. But Scream 2022, excuse me, was actually pretty good. I mean, if you haven't seen already, I'm gonna spoil some stuff. I hate that they had to kill David Arquette, but it was it was time. And now that they dropped the trailer for the new one literally yesterday for Scream 6, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's gonna drop in the beginning of the year, and I know I'm sorry. I like slasher movies. All right, number 1. I'm surprised, Rel, you didn't have this one on your list, Rel. Your honorable mention. Hustle came out this year. Hustle was my movie of the year, man, for me. Adam Sandler. Hustle, Boat Cruise. I thought they did a hell of a job. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did when it first came out, but man, I know Rel recently was talking about what's the other Adam Sandler movie that you watched recently that you loved? What's the one with the stone?
Damn, I can't think of it.
I can't think of the name in the movie. Anyway, the one with Kevin Garnett. When Adam
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Yeah,
the greatest movie of all time.
Anyway, and when Adam Sandler does a serious movie, man, it's he for whatever reason he be in his bag, bro. And I will still stand by Funny People as being good. I don't care. But yeah, those are my movies. Ralph, you want to take us to shows? I'm sure you got a lot of honorable mentions and a lot of shows you want to take us to.
Shows has been a kind of complex year this year. I'm kind of all over the place with shows because shows, there's shows that just started that I'm kind of getting into. There's a show called Yellow Jackets on Showtime that I really like that came out this year. Peacemaker, another introduction show that came out this year that I really like. Severance, an Apple original. It's a slow burn show. It's kind of wonky. But I will say the top 3 shows that I've seen from this year, and the only thing about stuff about these, if you hadn't seen the other seasons of these shows, you got to kind of go back and get them. But I think the last season of Better Call Saul is one of the best piece of writing that we've gotten because how it tied into the last basically the beginning of Breaking Bad. Saul Goodman, the whole story, they did it well. It was Vince Gilliam is a genius. And what AMC does with that show, and it pretty much has saved AMC because Walking Dead Rule tried to kill it.
Stop it.
The next show that I was really into this year was Atlanta season, the last couple seasons. Man, Donald Glover. If you don't win I mean, this last season of Atlanta, it took you all over the place for Paperboy. You know, the Liam Neeson episode, just craziness. Watch Atlanta. It's just, oh man, like the goof that stood by the door. I don't know if you ever saw that episode about the story of a Goofy movie being about a black man, and they made a whole docu series about it. That is a fucking insane because I didn't even know it broke the fourth wall. Wall. I didn't know if it was real, if it was fake. I had to Google it. Turns out it was fake, but it was still a great episode. And lastly, Dim Dragons, House of Dragons. I can't wait for this next Jon Snow reboot spinoff that they're doing with Jon Snow that they just came out and announced on HBO Max or Warner Brother or whatever they're gonna name it. House of Dragons, man, like the writing from that captivated and from the first episode to the very last one. I think that I can't wait. I watched that season 3 times already, and I might watch it again this weekend. So
Why you didn't bring up White Lotus?
because that show's fucking terrible, man. Nobody should watch that show.
Anyway. All right. So
lastly, just to honorable mention to Andor, pretty good show. I really like the show, but I wasn't sure if a lot of people were into Star Wars like
okay.
that.
So I'm still watching Andor, sadly. All right. So I'm gonna start with my number 3. All right, so I'm gonna start with number 3, and I thought this was gonna be higher on my list. I'm gonna go with the Star Wars Obi-Wan story. 6 episodes, really, really, really well done. Literally ties up what happened with Obi-Wan after him and Anakin's fight after Episode 3. What Obi-Wan was up to, how he no longer believed in the Force, how the Force Inquisitors were looking for him and hunting him, and it looks like they're gonna a lot of that stuff is gonna break into the new Jedi Survivor game that's coming out, and also the Ahsoka series that's coming out next year as well. So I'm excited for that. Oh, Jedi Tales was pretty good too. If I'm bringing up honorable mentions, yeah, I just like the tie. I just like how they're Disney and Lucasfilm are tying in and telling new stories, finding out new ways to tell stories about these characters that we literally grew up with and how they are surrounded, everything that happened around the Star Wars saga. And it's just not about, Luke and Vader and stuff. And, now we kind of have literally a bridge to what happened until, with Rogue One starting to Episode 4. And now we have a bridge to what happened with Obi-Wan and what he was up to during and after Episode 3 when the Jedi went into hiding. All right, so number 2 on my list is Issa Rae's rap shit. I did not think I was gonna like this show as much as I did. But man, I should have known that Issa was gonna grab me and hold and make me care about these characters that I just, got introduced to. My favorite character is Duke on the show. I plan on rewatching the show before season 2 comes out. But I'm not based in Miami, but I do work with somebody that is based in Miami, and they said that show was authentic to literally anything they talk about, how their slang is, and then so I think they did a really, really good job with that, and I'm just happy and proud that Issa got another hit on her hand. So keep giving Issa whatever she wants. She deserves it. All right. Last on my list. Well, honorable mention real quick. Same like Rell, House of Dragon was on my list. I was having House of Dragon withdrawals when House of Dragon ended. That I went back and rewatched the whole Game of Thrones, and My girl can testify to that because she was really mad with me because anytime I got breaks of not doing anything with Linux or anything, I'll pull up my phone and just watch the episode. But yeah, that took me, I don't know, it took me like 4 weeks.
Good background show to have too.
Hmm?
It's a good background show to have.
Yeah. So but I was like watching. I was like watching to keep up with, because I don't read the books, and with House of Dragon, you pay attention to more about the houses and shit. So I forgot a lot about the stuff that happened prior to, and how some of the houses came in
It's a
power and
good
stuff.
tie-in. Yeah,
It's a good. So it was good. It was a good rewatch. I don't think I'd ever go back and rewatch all those again because it was a lot, but it was really 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 good. Um, Number one on my list. I don't know how you didn't bring it up. Abbott Elementary. Like, what are we talking about here? Abbott Elementary is one of my addiction shows. Like Rell said, it's one of the shows you can have on in the background, but I choose not to. I just love the characters. I think it's really real. It's not only is it smart, I think it's really really funny, and I'm always supporting people that we literally grew up with on the internet. So I think that's really cool. I can't wait for the second half of season 2. I forgot when she said that it's gonna drop. I think she said January, if I remember correctly. But yeah, man, really, really pleased and happy with Abbott Elementary. I'm glad ABC seems like they're putting whatever they. I mean, it's gonna sweep up and win all the awards, so ABC should put everything and all their resources behind it. But yeah, man, those are my shows. Those are real shows. Do you have anything else you kind of want to talk about as far as movies and TVs and shows?
No, that's pretty much the ones that I mean. It's been like I said, it's been an up and down year for TV. A
Up and
lot of
down,
shit.
yeah.
I'm still proud. I'm still going back. I ain't really got
People are going to be
into it.
surprised that we didn't bring up Wakanda Forever. I didn't, I just thought the movie had flaws. I thought, it was great.
Great movie, but it's
But the
it's
movie had
like
flaws.
easy rewatchable. But like my
Yeah.
personal favorite, like like it's not gonna be. I would say the original Black Panther is more favorite than the second one. That's how I am with movies. If somebody were to make a second one, it's not better than the first one. My first one's gonna be my favorite one. So
I can't wait to rewatch it when it comes on Disney Plus. That's how when immediately as I left the movie theater, I was like, I want to rewatch this. I can't wait to hit Disney Plus. So. So now we're gonna kind of end the pod because I tried to semi end the pod before we even got to do the whole purpose of the pod. But yeah, shout out to all of our new listeners, Spotify listeners. You guys have been killing it. We appreciate you guys over there. Thank you for listening. Apple listeners, thank you very much. And everybody, anywhere where you listen from, thank you. All our YouTube listeners, please subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get the YouTube to 100 subscribers. So please, please, please. A lot of you people that are watching on YouTube are not subscribed. We're not annoying. I promise you. We only upload once a week. We're not going to be annoying.
for now.
For now. But yeah, for real, I'm Kev. We're those millennials, and we're out.